October 9, 1774 was a warm fall day, and Daniel Boone was happy. He'd finally convinced his wife Rebecca, his brother Squire, and several of his neighbors to go with him, make a settlement in Kentucky. He done sold his farm in North Carolina, so there was no going back. That evening they camped in Wolf Hills, now called Abingdon. Next morning he woke James up early, sent him off to Castle's Woods with the Mendenhall boys to meet up with William Russell. William Russell was his benefactor and funder for the trip. Russell was a prominent Englishman and known to the King of England. That night, James, he had him a good sleep and a good meal, and he woke up early the next morning to find out that Russell couldn't go. Russell was supposed to bring farm implements and tools and more men to guard the party with. So James left with Russell's oldest son, Henry, 2 slaves, Charles and Adam, and a young hunter by the name of Isaac Crabtree. They set out following the trail that Boone had left. And even though James could see the tracks, he thought his father was way ahead when it came dark, and so they decided to camp beside a spring on Wallen's Creek. That night they slept fitfully, the wolves all around them, and when they awoke, the wolves had attacked, human wolves. Cherokee, Shawnee, Mingo, coming back from Ohio, where they'd been in a war powwow, determined to keep the white men out of their territory. James and the rest of the party were all killed, except for Isaac Crabtree, who ran away, and Charles, the slave, who hid in some brush that had washed up along the creek, where he witnessed the massacre of young Henry and James Boone. After the burial, the disheartened and frightened settlers decided to turn back. But Boone had done sold his farm in North Carolina, and he had no place to go. So he asked if anybody had a cabin that he could spend the winter in. Captain David Gann loaned him a hunting cabin where Boone settled in his family for the long, hard winter to come. That summer, Rebecca delivered another child, a son, William. And even though Rebecca and Daniel would never, ever forget the death of James, they hoped young William would be a godsend and take his place. But William died soon after. He's buried here in this pioneer graveyard, and he still lays here. This is just one of the stories on the Wilderness Trail here in southwestern Virginia, where history still lives.